Hollywood's awards season officially underway with the 82nd Golden Globes kicking off the run to the Academy Awards.
In those moments when we don't think we're smart enough or pretty enough or skinny enough or successful enough or basically just not enough, I had a woman say to me, "Just know you will never be enough, but you can know the value of your worth if you just put down the measuring stick."
Demi Moore took home her first acting award in her 45-year-long career for her work in the film The Substance. Other big winners last night include The Brutalist for Best Film Drama and Emilia Perez taking home the Best award for comedy or musical. Joining me now to discuss is Richard Crouse. Hello to you, Richard. I want to start with Demi Moore and her win last night and her speech, because that was, I think, for many, the moment of the night, watching her make that acceptance speech. What did you make of it? Do you think that she deserved to win?
She wasn't just accepting a Golden Globe there. She was getting an Oscar nomination. They don't come out for another couple of weeks. The deadline for the Oscar voting is January 12th, so we've got another week to go. We won't hear anything probably for another week after that. But last night, what she did is she set herself up to look like someone who could win an Oscar. And in Hollywood, it's all about perception. She now has momentum. She made exactly the right speech. It's a speech that appealed to the other actors in the audience, i.e. the other people that are going to be voting for her come Oscar time. She's in a movie that was completely different than anything that she's ever done before. She stood up and claimed it last night. That, for Demi Moore, was probably one of the biggest moments in her career, and it's going to lead to bigger things.
Yeah. And she made a statement through her acceptance speech. Amazing. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning and talk about the host, Nikki Glazer. How did she do? There was so much pressure on her as the first solo female to host the show.
And, you know, for her, she's coming right off the success, the white hot success of the Tom Brady roast, where she was the star. She emerged, you know, a superstar after going in being a well-known comedian. So this is a real step forward towards mainstream success. And I thought she did okay, but I wanted a bit more of an edge from her. She is known for appearing on these roasts where she is absolutely brutal on those. Now, I don't want maybe that level of brutality in the speech, but I thought there would be a little harder edge from her. Although I thought she got off some really funny lines. And really the host job is just to keep things moving forward. Make sure that the audience is smiling, happy, and the show doesn't get bogged down. And she did a good job there.
All right, but maybe played it a bit too safe in your view.
A little too safe.
So let's go to Best Motion Picture. Always highly anticipated. And again, you mentioned the Oscars. So now we're wondering about The Brutalist, which won last night for Best Drama. This is a really long movie, which on paper doesn't sound all that interesting, Richard.
Well, you know, this is a movie that's kind of overwhelming. Like The Architecture, it's all about an architect who moves from Hungary, survives the Holocaust, and comes to America and has to rebuild his life there. But he's known for creating what's known as brutalist architecture, big, intimidating looking structures. And the movie kind of echoes that in its structure. It's 3.5 hours long. It comes with a 15-minute intermission, and it's about big themes of assimilation and creativity and the American dream, and does it work or does it not work?
Yeah.
And this is a movie that people, film critics anyway, and film festival goers have been talking about for a long time. I was a little surprised to see it knock off some of the other heavy hitters going into the Golden Globes. I don't know whether or not this will change things in the way that it changed things for Demi Moore. I don't know if it will change them for The Brutalist, but I do think that at least now this is a movie that a lot of Oscar voters will say, oh, I guess I have to submit to it now. I have to sit through the 3.5 hours and actually drink it in. So it might do some good for them.
There is an intermission. I'm already running out of time. Emilia Perez got a lot of attention last night, but I do want to ask you about what you saw as the biggest snub of the night.
The biggest snub of the night, I think, are the Canadians. Not a single award. And, Martin Short was there. Pamela Anderson, who is so good in The Last Showgirl. She is having, like Demi Moore, she's having a renaissance. We haven't seen her for a while. There was a documentary last year, but she's coming back with the best work of her career, and people are seeing her for the real her now. And I was really hoping that she was going to take home a Golden Globe. Although, I'll tell you, I don't think her award nominations are over for the season yet. She just didn't get a Globe last night. So that's my snub.
Richard Crouse, good to see you today. Thanks for not snubbing us. We'll talk to you again soon.